You're listening to TALRadio powered by Touch a Life Foundation, and welcome to Foodology. This episode is a part 2 of the previous week's episode all about nutritional powerhouses, nuts. I'm radio host Devansh, and I talk about the enormous world of a little word called food. Do not worry if you missed the last week's episode. Let me give you a quick little rundown on everything I talked about. Nuts have been present even before human beings started walking the earth. In fact, nuts were the first ever convenience foods. How? Because nuts are easy to harvest, abundantly available, and you don't have to hunt them down or kill them to obtain them. The early humans realized the health benefits of nuts, and many historical evidences show how nuts were a major part of the diets of the ancient people. With excavated nutting tools that were used to crack the shells of nuts. I went on talking about almonds and how they have mentions in the Bible and other historical texts. They are native to Asia and how they grew in popularity, as well as the benefits it gives to our bodies. Similarly, in the last week's episode, I have mentioned walnuts, cashew nuts, and hazelnuts. This list could not end there, so I had to make a continuation to the previous episode, because having a single episode on nuts, which are nourishing and health boosting, won't do them justice. Today, let's dive deeper and get to know about more nuts that we are all familiar with, starting up with peanuts. Peanuts are believed to be native to South America, and when Europeans invaded the land, the plant traveled with them to Europe. From there, they further spread to Asia and Africa. No fossil records prove this, but people in South America made pottery in the shape of peanuts or decorated their jars with peanuts as far back as 3,500 years ago. Although there were some commercial peanut farms in the US during the 1700s and 1800s, peanuts were not grown extensively. This lack of interest in peanut farming is attributed to the fact that peanuts were regarded as a food for the poor, and because growing and harvesting techniques were slow and difficult. Peanuts became prominent after the Civil War, when the Union soldiers found they liked them and took them home. Both armies subsisted on this food source, high in protein. Around 1900, labor-saving equipments were invented for planting, cultivating, harvesting, and picking peanuts from the plants, as well as for shelling and cleaning the kernels. With these significant mechanical aids, the demand for peanuts grew rapidly, especially for oil, roasted and salted nuts, peanut butter, and candy. Peanut butter is something we are all familiar with. It is made by grinding the roasted peanuts. Growing up, we all used to enjoy PBJs. The United States is a leading exporter of peanut butter and one of the largest consumers. There is evidence that ancient South American people were the first to grind peanuts to make peanut butter. Then it is believed that St. Louis, a physician, may have developed a version of peanut butter as a protein substitute for his older patients who had poor teeth and couldn't chew meat. Peanut butter was first introduced at the St. Louis World's Fair in 1904. Peanuts and peanut butter became an integral part of the armed forces' rations in World War I and II. It is believed that the US Army popularized the peanut butter jelly sandwich for sustenance during maneuvers in the World War II. Peanut butter can be used in a number of breakfast dishes and desserts, such as peanut-flavored granola, smoothies, crepes, cookies, brownies, or croissants. There are two main types of peanut butters, the crunchy and the smooth. In the crunchy peanut butter, some coarsely ground peanut pieces are included to give extra texture. The peanuts in the smooth peanut butter are ground uniformly, creating a spread smooth as butter. Peanuts are enriched with many noteworthy health-benefiting nutrients that are essential for optimum health and wellness. Peanuts are a good source of dietary protein. Peanuts are rich in manganese and they assist the body in maintaining a healthy bone structure. They are also rich in phosphorus, which also helps to build the bones. Peanuts are loaded with vitamin B3 or niacin, which helps in healthy skin formation and prevents wrinkles and skin diseases. Zinc is found abundantly in peanuts. Zinc helps in the activity of an enzyme that produces vitamin A. This is beneficial for treating night blindness. Peanuts contain monounsaturated fats, which do not spike your blood sugar. They also increase the good cholesterol in the body. For a plant food, peanuts are an exceptionally good source of protein. They are also rich in vitamins that are required for a healthy lifestyle. Peanuts are as popular as they are healthy. However, being high in fat, this high-calorie food should not be eaten in excess, with considerations that a lot of people are allergic to it. Next up are pecans. The pecan is a nut from the species of hickory trees, native to northern Mexico and southern United States. Native Americans were the first to cultivate and utilize wild pecans and their trees. They highly valued pecans for their delicious taste, nutritional content, and because they were easier to shell than other North American nut species. Pecans are considered as the most valuable nut species in North America. Archaeologists were able to find remains of pecans in Texas during archaeological excavations. This is with human artifacts that were dated back to 6100 BC. Pecans were an important part of the diets. Ancient people even used to make a fermented drink called paucohicora. The Spanish colonists cultivated pecan orchards. The 1700s were an important time period for pecans. In 1772, Long Island, New York became the location where the first pecan trees were planted in the United States. In 1775, George Washington planted pecan trees and so did Thomas Jefferson in 1779. By the end of the 1700s, pecans became increasingly popular and therefore their economic potential was realized. Today, the US produces between 80 to 90% of the world's pecans. The demand for pecan nuts have been witnessing a substantial rise in the global nut market, owing to increasing consumer awareness regarding their health benefits. Pecans contain 14 types of vitamins and minerals in a single serving, and this acts as a major contributing factor for its nutritional composition. Additionally, strong natural food antioxidants and protein sources are also considerable aspects. For instance, pecan-based products such as pecan muffins, pecan biscuits, and many other pecan-based bakery products are becoming popular as a part of healthy diets. Pecans are widely consumed as a snack across the US, Canada, Mexico, and Western European countries, owing to its nutty flavor, taste, and availability. Food processors are emphasizing on targeting individual customers by offering multiple types of pecan snacks, like salted, unsalted, barbecue pecans, or roasted pecans for snacking options. Moreover, innovative product categories are also coming up in the market, including glazed pecans, butter roasted pecans, maple glazed pecans, and many others. Pecan-based confectionery products such as pecan candies, pecan chocolate, pecan pralines, honey glazed pecans, and others are trending in the confectionery market. Pecans are popular for their nutritional benefits. Eating a single serving of pecans can keep you full for a very long time, which means that you are easily able to avoid high-carb foods or unhealthy foods to satisfy your hunger. Pecans have a very low glycemic index, which means that eating them will not cause a spike in your blood sugar level. Pecans have abundant omega-3 fatty acids, which help to ease the pain of arthritis by reducing inflammation. The magnesium, vitamin E, zinc, and calcium also provide anti-inflammatory properties. Pecans contain monounsaturated fats such as oleic acid along with phenolic antioxidants, which help to reduce the risk of heart diseases. They are an excellent source of vitamin E, vitamin A, zinc, folate, and phosphorus, which play an important role in maintaining good health. They contain numerous antioxidants, which help to fight the free radicals in the body. Pecans provide phytonutrients, which are plant-based compounds that have powerful antioxidant benefits. They are also a good source of mineral zinc, crucial for immune cell development and function. Make sure that you start stacking up and snacking on your pecans to squeeze in all these benefits for yourself and your family. Next up are pistachios. The pistachio tree is native to the regions of Central Asia, including present-day Iran and Afghanistan. Pistachios are a member of the cashew family. Recent archaeological evidence in Turkey suggests that humans were enjoying them as early as 7000 BC. Flourishing in hot climates, pistachios spread from the Middle East to the Mediterranean, quickly becoming the treasured delicacy among royalty, travelers, and common folk alike. The pistachio has been used as a dyeing agent and a folk remedy for ailments ranging from toothaches to sclerosis of the liver. The Persians used the pistachio abundantly, not only for desserts, but also in ground-up form to thicken and enhance sauces. The Arabs learned a few culinary secrets from the Persians and included pistachios in their dessert delicacies, such as baklava, a rich treat made from buttered phyllo dough, alternatively layered with nuts and bathed in a sweet syrup after baking. They were vital travel items for early explorers and traders. This was probably due to pistachios' exceptional nutritional value and extensive storage life. These factors of pistachios also made them indispensable travel item. Along with almonds, pistachios were frequently carried by travelers across the ancient Silk Road that connected China with the West. Pistachio trade and ownership of pistachio groves meant riches and high status. Legend has it that pistachios were a favorite of the Queen of Sheba, who demanded all her land's production for herself and her court. By the time pistachios were imported to Europe on a regular basis, they were quite expensive and not everyone could afford them. However, despite their high cost, merchants of France had an ample supply for anyone willing to splurge on these green wonders. During the 1800s, imported pistachios were popular in the US, especially with Middle Eastern immigrants. California encountered the pistachio in 1854 when Charles Mason, a seed distributor for experimental plantings, brought a pistachio to this country. Pistachio trees were planted experimentally in California beginning in the early 1930s. After 10 years of careful research and selective breeding, one especially hearty variety emerged, named Cuisine, after the Middle Eastern city of its origin. By the 1960s, commercial cultivation of pistachios had expanded across California's arid Central Valley. Today, California is the second largest producer of pistachios worldwide. Pistachios grow in heavy grape-like clusters, and like almonds, are surrounded by a fleshy hull. Pistachios ripen in late summer or early autumn, their hulls becoming rosy and their inner shells splitting naturally. Pistachios are bursting with fiber, minerals and unsaturated fats that can help to keep your blood sugar, blood pressure and cholesterol in check. Their fiber and protein can also make you full for a longer time. This fiber also has a positive effect on your gut by aiding the good bacteria. They can help you manage your weight since they are a nutritious and satisfying snack. This may help you eat less overall and lose weight. Buying pistachios in their shells slows down your eating. Pistachios are enriched with essential antioxidants which again help to fight the free radicals in the body. They have so many essential vitamins and minerals present in them that these little gems have been prized since the ancient times. Next up we have macadamia nuts. Macadamia nuts native to Australia are only naturally found in southern Queensland and northern New South Wales. The Hawaiian macadamia industry was grown from one cultivar from Australia that was repeatedly cloned. The Aboriginal people of Australia considered macadamia nuts a real delicacy. It was eaten on special ceremonial occasions. The plant was used for intertribal trades, but macadamia nuts were also perfect for a precious gift, and still are. Macadamia nut oil was used to make ceremonial body paint. This nut was discovered by the British colonists in Queensland, Australia in 1857. Walter Hill, who was the director of Botany Garden in Brisbane, found one of the nuts, cracked it open, and planted the seed. This first macadamia nut tree is still growing and producing nuts, although typically the trees only produce for about 70 years. The macadamia nut migrated to Hawaii, courtesy of William Herbert, who gathered macadamia nuts near Mount Bopley in Queensland, Australia, and brought them to Hawaii's Big Island in 1882. He nurtured these imported nuts and planted them as seedlings in Hawaii. These delicious exotic nuts with their rich flavor and oil are considered delicacies and served as dessert nuts. They are popular gifts at holiday times, both alone and when covered with chocolate. They are also prized as souvenirs from Hawaii. Studies have found that eating macadamia nuts can lower the risk factors of heart diseases. Macadamia nuts may help to improve blood sugar levels in people with type 2 diabetes. Not only macadamia nut oil is healthier than olive oil and canola oil, but many people also believe that it has better taste. A handful of nuts could be as good for your brain as for your stomach. These nuts contain a form of vitamin E called tocotrienols, which may help to protect against some types of cancer. Another health benefits of macadamia nuts come from their flavonoids. Flavonoids are compounds which naturally are found in plants. They help to repair the damaged plant cells and protect the plants from environmental toxins. When we eat these plants, our bodies turn these flavonoids into antioxidants. Antioxidants search for and destroy the free radicals. Macadamia nuts are both delicious and nutritious. From the nut itself to macadamia nut oil, the health benefits of this cholesterol-free food are too big to ignore. Whether you're trying to lower your cholesterol or lose weight, finding ways to incorporate macadamia nuts into a healthy diet can be fruitful. Your taste buds and your heart will thank you. The key is to consume nuts in a way that delivers health benefits without weight gain. This means that limiting portions and eating nuts instead of, not in addition to, certain other foods. Add them to your salads. I think this is probably the best way to incorporate nuts in your diets. Dry roasted nuts can be added to the final stages of any salads, any curries or vegetables. Try peanuts with stir-fried cabbage, walnuts with fish curries, or almonds with spicy chicken curries. Very soon you will find out that you are actually loving that. Add nuts to your pastas and sauces, like pastas cooked with spinach, broccoli and other greens go beautifully with thinly sliced almonds. In fact, a simple pasta sauce can even use a tablespoon of pureed peanuts. In fact, you can best use your nuts in your desserts. Simply have chopped bananas, clove honey sprinkled with slices of almonds and walnuts, topped with a dash of powdered cinnamon. This is an exquisite and healthy dessert in itself. A handful of assorted nuts for breakfast can keep you full, alert, and active all day long. Thank you so much for sticking around on this episode of Foodology. I had an incredible time talking to you. This is radio host Devansh signing off. Hope you have a good day ahead. See you soon.